god. I don't understand why these people are pretending like it's some goddamn shock that these guys are burning to the ground. It's so ridiculous. Evergrande, guys, there's some news that has recently come out about this freaking company. They were downgraded in a wild development, which forced BlackRock and other institutions to write off billions of dollars in bonds. Pretty crazy stuff. Who would have thought? Just read this really quick. After Fitch Ratings downgraded China Evergrande and some of its subsidiaries to restricted default status on Thursday, there was for the first time widespread acknowledgement of the Chinese property giant's failure to meet its debt obligations. Wow. Wow, that's some wild stuff. As if it wasn't some sort of surprise that they weren't making payments before. They weren't keeping up with their interests. They weren't satisfying the needs of their investors. I don't know. Kind of interesting stuff. The downgrade reflects the non-payment of coupons due 6 November 2021 for Tianji's USD 645 million, 13% bonds, and USD 590 million, 13.75% bonds after the grace period lapsed on 6 December. Maybe, just maybe, there would have been some sort of red flag immediately after the first grace period was not met. Maybe there would have been a red flag when the guy went missing who runs Evergrande. Maybe there would have been a red flag when it first came out that Evergrande could default a couple months back. But I tell you what, we live in the Matrix. Things are very strange. And apparently investors, such as retail, should not be paying attention to the risk of a default for a company. I don't know. Maybe that's just the thing. This acknowledgement was a long time coming. And off of this news, right, I honestly expected to see a sort of red futures market heading into the SPY today, but we do not have that. We have a slight green of about 0.08%. This is coming off of a gap up with a little bit of a pullback in the SPY overall, which is reflected in a couple of different things across the market, right? Kind of a mixed bag here so far. We'll see what happens at open, but that's something that I'm a little cautious of because, as you can just read here, BlackRock, among other institutions, have to write off a lot of money, right? And that money has to come from somewhere. So what do you think these guys are going to do, right? Let's just think about this logically speaking. In your shoes, if you're a retail investor and you have money tied up in a stock, let's say it's just 30% of your net worth, right? 25, we'll make it nice and easy. And all of a sudden, you get slapped real hard with a medical bill, and you don't have the money to pay for that medical bill, right? Maybe you need a little more cash on hand. What are you gonna do, right? You're gonna have to move some money around. These guys want to make up for losses. What are they gonna do? You're gonna have to move some money around. I don't know. It might be worth paying attention to what BlackRock has some holdings in down the road in the stock market, because that could reflect a little bit in terms of maybe some red starting to take place. What's next for China's Evergrande? While Evergrande has officially been labeled a defaulter by one of the world's most respected and most powerful rating agencies, the company is at the default in any official legal sense. This, to me, is just a time coming. I mean, it's basically like if you are looking at a McDonald's and they say, "Hi, would you like a 10-piece McNugget?" And you say, "Yes, I would like a 10-piece McNugget," but you don't get it until you go to the window. You got to wait that 10-second brief period of time until you give them your double quarter pounder credit card. You go up to the window, you grab your nuggets, you put them in your mouth. Delayed gratification, my friends. I think these nuggies are a long time coming, and I don't really see any other way around this. I can't just help but feel like some of the mainstream media, some of the people who invest in companies like this, there's one of two things happening, right? They're either incredibly not that smart, or two, they're just suckering out a bunch of people, right? There's really no other explanation for this. That's pretty much all I got. We'll have a video coming out here later tonight. I'm gonna go get my left eye injected with some steroids. Hopefully get a little yoked. Catch you on the next one. Much love and peace.